Because the times
Woke up this morning thinking about
Those summer days.
best friend got caught up when I stayed in Douglasville. Doing some stuff by myself. I'm a What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So today, this rapper cuts off his penis. What? Nigga, what? I mean, if it's 2022. If he likes it, I love it, I guess. I don't know.
About getting a vasectomy, but decided not to because
Shout
of the
out
cost,
Matty
the
Balls.
hassle, or the commitment. Well, that didn't stop this one rapper who took it into his own hands and decided to try to give himself a vasectomy with a steak knife. And believe it or not, things did not go the way he planned. He ended up cutting off his penis and then being rushed to the hospital.
I might have made the biggest mistake ever in history, but I'm proud of that.
Christbear is a rapper that's mostly known for his work with Wu-Tang Clan back in the day. He was also a member of the rap duo called North Star that was signed to Wu-Tang Records.
I'm sorry,
His
just
music is
thinking
very
about
old
it
school sounding, but it
just
isn't really
makes your
bad from
body
what I've heard,
clench.
although it isn't really up with the times. As of right now, he only has 1,500 monthly listeners and is pretty unheard of. Other than his Wu-Tang Clan collaborations and his penis incident, he isn't really known for anything else. His last song was released in 2020 and he doesn't really have much in terms of his solo discography. Just based off of his stage name and his album titles, you can probably gather that he's a bit of a weirdo. He even refers to himself as God and says a bunch of other weird things.
Training myself. See, bitch, my only helping hand. Fuck a boogeyman. And if I'm lying, may I strike me down right now on the ground where a motherfucker stand.
So now that we have a very brief backstory of Christbear, let's look into what led up to the incident of him cutting his own penis off. So Christbear did a lot of drugs for a very long time, so that probably had a negative effect on his long-term mental health. And he was already known for being crazy, for calling himself a god and things like that.
I am Jesus, Moses, and Abraham. I'm an overlord. Niggas just rap.
He said that he was off
This
the drugs
motherfucker
for quite
say
some
he a
time, but then
god.
he decided to pick up
Okay.
PCP again, and then the incident happened. So around this time, Christbear said
Look, the only person I could say is close to God, sorry God if using the name in vain, is Jesus. Cause I told you who I was. A God.
that he was dealing with a lot of
That's
issues
it.
with
I
his
know I don't
baby
sound like
mamas
him.
and his children.
I
He
know I
said
don't
that
sound
all
like
of
him.
his
I
baby
have to.
mamas had restraining orders on him. I believe he has 3 daughters, and he said he was extremely frustrated that he could not see any of them. I'm assuming he was very lonely because he said his mom passed away recently and he didn't know his dad from the beginning. He also said that he had recently been reading a lot about monks and how they remain abstinent and how good it is for them and things like that. So one day when he was on PCP, he was thinking about all the monk stuff he had been learning about, and he was also coincidentally watching Family Guy at the time. He says he felt like he was in some sort of cartoon world, and these things heavily influenced his decision. So because of all these factors and his big frustrations and not being able to see his kids, he realized the one problem in his life was his penis, and because of that, he decided to get a vasectomy. But instead of waiting and taking the traditional route that pretty much everyone else would take, he decided to do it himself. So he went over to the kitchen to get a steak knife, and he says when he started, he accidentally cut a little bit too deep and cut a part of his penis off.
So you grabbed a steak knife, you try to give yourself a vasectomy, and
Yeah.
at what point?
At
At what point did you realize how badly you fucked up?
Well, my shit just started leaking like a water hose, Vlad.
So blood just started
My shit
spraying
started
out.
leaking.
I'm sorry, I
He
can't.
died. Because of this, he ran out to the balcony of the place he was staying at and jumped off of a 2-story high building because of what he had just done. He says he dove off like he was Superman and luckily landed in the grass and did not get hurt.
God damn, I don't believe this shit.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I don't know. We sit on the balcony. He just ran in there and started ducking his fuck. He's alive. He's calling right now. So I guess he's hurt. But you need to hurry and get here, man.
You know, the shit was crazy, and it wasn't really no suicide attempt in the state that I was in. You can call it suicide attempt. I take that if you want to, but it wasn't really because the state I was in, I would never try to commit suicide.
He says that he made a very big mistake and he's aware of that, but he also says he's very proud of it, which is very interesting. I guess it's good that he's come to terms with his situation and he thinks it's really funny and he can share it like that. And he also says it still works, so I guess there's nothing to really even be upset about.
You know, I did cut a lot of my penis off due to the fact it's not a myth that black men do gotta. You know, I'm not gonna really go into too much,
So you
but
cut off
just, you
part
know,
of- part of your
we
penis?
got we hanging, so I'm still able to work with what I'm able to work with, and, you know, and get it down.
Christbear says that he's now sober and says that there's no good in drugs. He encourages kids to follow him and pay attention to what he's doing in his message because he's anti-drug and wants to promote a better message.
Another thing you want to do for kids, follow me. you know, because you can see somebody who used to do the drugs, but I'm sober, and I did every drug you can imagine, and there's really no goodness in all this shit, you know? I mean, I don't really consider weed a drug, but that's something for the government to figure out for themselves.
He was also recently married after dating a woman for 6 months, and apparently this woman was there for him and helped him out after his penis situation however long ago. If there's any good way to deter kids from wanting to do drugs, this is probably the best way. They should honestly just play this video in like DARE meetings or something. Because
Not
Bear
DARE, bro.
very funny,
Nah, because DARE got caught up in something. Yeah, DARE got caught up in something. I remember reading about something. People don't fuck with DARE no more. I'm just saying.
His situation was pretty sad since he wasn't able to see his.
It was
kids
his,
and he
it's
was
this new
frustrated because he
organization.
was
I
struggling
forgot.
on drugs.
That
So on
they-
the bright
they
side,
have.
it's good to see him in a better place. I thought this story was really funny, and I didn't see anyone cover it before, so I decided to put it on here so you guys could hear about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think it's pretty hilarious. Speaking of being sober, I recently dropped a documentary on Denzel Curry, so if any of you guys are fans.
And guess who's about to react to that? But with that being said, y'all, don't do drugs. Don't end up like my boy right here. Cause that shit key. Every time I think about it, shit makes me tighten up, pause. Like, cause it just, you know? Peace. Mario the poet.